Namaskar, Salam Sajatra. Welcome to the 15th episode of the oral history of Indian diaspora in Indonesia. In this episode, we feature Srimati Saraswati Suresh, a dynamic lady who has been in Indonesia for several decades. Her story is fascinating and inspiring at the same time. Come friends, let's listen to Srimati Saraswati Suresh, who came all the way from India and made Indonesia her home. Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Oral History of Indian Diaspora in Indonesia. In this episode, we feature Saraswati Suresh. Saraswati ji, tell us about your background. You belong to, I can guess, South India, but which is your home state?
Yes, very truly. You guessed it right, sir. I'm from the southern part, you can say Chennai now, then it was Madras. I got married, Mera sasural became Bangalore.
Okay.
And then from then I think I've been more of a Bangalorean than Chennite.
Where were you born?
So I was born in Pune. Father was in the army.
Okay.
So, Lieutenant Colonel I.S. Swami. He was basically, because you know how the army life is, they travel from one place to another. Every 3 years, Baksa Band, and we will be traveling. So basically, army background makes you more disciplined and you adapt to life very easily and very quickly. And being in army, I think going around the places made me interact with people. So listening to people and knowing their cultures, knowing their traditions.
So you traveled all over India?
Most of the places in India, yes.
What is your mother tongue? What language do you speak?
My mother tongue is Tamil.
Tamil, okay.
Tamil. But I speak about 5 languages, very fluent.
आप हिंदी अच्छी बोलते, हिंदी कहाँ से सीखा आपने?
Hindi came to my life as... so this is a big story. If you would like to listen to the story,
In short,
it's very
in brief,
short, of
yeah?
course, in brief. Father was in the army, so I finished my grade 12. I was a science student. And we joined the college. It was Sri Venkateshwara College in New Delhi, South Campus.
Yes.
And we went in there, and the first day of the school, the first day of the college, and we were, there was a huge crowd there, and they dekha to ragging, bullying ho rahi hai. And the ragging was on, and they said, "Kahan ki hai? Kya naam hai tera?" And I told, "Okay, Saraswati Suresh." "Acha, Madrasi hai." Okay. Then they put me on the stage, and he asked me to get, he sent one of his assistant and the student leader, of course. He told me to get me a book, a Nirmala book, Nirmala, Premchand ji ki Nirmala, and he said, "Read."
अच्छा, पढ़ो उसको.
And so, 3 mic laga diye, and they were all ready for the fun. And surprisingly, Kendriya Vidyalaya product.
केंद्रीय विद्यालय से पढ़े आप, तो हिंदी तो अच्छे से आती.
हिंदी तो आती थी. And I started reading, and 1 page गया, 2 page गया, 10 page निकल गया. And then he's like,
रैगिंग फेल हो गया उसका.
He said, "बंद कर." तो मैंने कहा, अच्छा ठीक है, पर अब नीचे उतर. बोलिए, अब साउथ इंडियंस क्या कर पाए हिंदी में? And that is where I was like,
बिल्कुल.
And that day I went home. Father was about to get retired. I told my father that, "Appa, I'm not going to do," because I did my AFMC and I didn't clear my AFMC. Everybody. So AFMC I didn't clear, and Appa was like, "Who will marry you if you're going to read Hindi?" So he didn't talk to me for 3 months.
तो आपने क्या पढ़ा वेंकटेश्वर कॉलेज में? What
Hindi.
subject? अच्छा, you went and studied Hindi. Wow, you are a graduate in Hindi.
Yes, I'm a graduate.
तो आपसे तो हिंदी में वार्तालाप करना चाहिए. हाँ, Saraswati ji, so after studying Hindi in Venkateshwar College, you went on to become a teacher
Yes.
of Hindi?
Yes.
Where?
I came back. I finished my Hindi. Father got retired. He settled in Chennai. So I came back, and then I finished my post-graduation. I did my Bachelor of Education in Hindi from Chennai.
Wow.
And then I became a teacher. My first posting was DAV Higher Secondary School, Gopalapuram.
Wow.
And so the story of that school used to be like, people used to put handkerchiefs to get reservation for the children, to get the admission form. So yes,
college.
Yes, the school was so very famous. And it's all big story revolve. My father, who wouldn't speak to me for 3 months, he became so proud of me once I became a teacher in DAV Higher Secondary, and he is like, oh my God, and people would come, अभी ट्यूशन लेगी आपकी बेटी, हमें पढ़ाएगी आपकी बेटी. So that is how the
तो आपका नाम है सरस्वती सुरेश. तो सुरेश आपकी जिंदगी में कब आए?
सुरेश मेरी जिंदगी में 1991 में आए.
91 में आए.
91.
Okay.
So that is again a big story. No intention of getting married, and we were in Bangalore for some aunt's function. Grah Pravesh tha, and suddenly my nanu would say that we have a good rishta for you, and there's a whole story. Like I said, okay, kaun hai, let's see. Then just met up, and 91 we got married. And
so Suresh was then in India?
Yes, Suresh was then in India. He used to work for TVS.
So you were married before you came to Indonesia?
Yes, before I came to Indonesia, in 1991 I got married. And he was then with TVS Electronics in Tumkur. Was doing really well, and then he shifted. I got married, and then he got his employment in Birla 3M. And then 1995 he decided that my mother-in-law was a key source behind this. My mother-in-law was like, okay, Azmale.
So he came here with which organization?
He came with Hevindo Engineering.
Okay.
He came to Samarang first.
Samarang.
Yes, Hevindo Engineering.
Yeah.
He came to Samarang in 1995.
Yes.
And then we followed. I had just given birth to my little one, so I came here with my little one in 1996. He was just a 6-month-old baby. So my daughter was 3.5, and my son was 6 months old when we came to Indonesia, and we went to Samarang. And Samarang was a beautiful town, kind of a village then. But then people were very supportive. I was just 26-year-old, and the way people helped me out.
And when did you move to Jakarta?
1996. 1997.
So about after 2 years in
2 years
Samarang.
in Samarang.
And he has been with AKR since then, or?
No, that's a big story. Again, 1996, he was in Karawang. And Karawang, I joined the DPS. I became, then the principal was Mr. Manoj Dubey. And then I'd gone in for admitting my 2 children. And then he says, "Aapne kya kiya?" मैंने कहा, "मैं MA B.Ed." He says, "फिर तो नौकरी आपके लिए है, आ जाओ." So then we joined. And then 1998 happened. And many of them went back to India for good. Somehow my mother-in-law was like, कि साथ रहना है. चाहे तुम, खिचड़ी खाओ. Whatever you do, you have to be together.
I think that was very good advice from her.
So she was behind, and she always felt that the family has to be together.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes.
So that probably, made Suresh, that convinced.
So when did you move to Jakarta?
Jakarta was 2004, sir. And that is the time, like, we had packed up. We thought we would be going back. And then again, like, AKR came in. Pura almost sab kuch ho gaya tha. In 2004, AKR happened for Suresh. Suresh got selected. And then we moved to Jakarta.
So did you continue teaching? Have you been a teacher since?
Yeah. I, 2004, again, got my kids, admitted in admission in GMIS, Gandhi Memorial International School. And then I went there, and they said, Saraswati, you have come with your children. Would you like to give a demo? And I said, okay. Then it was Miss Jaba. She's in Bali school now. And she is like, demo doge abhi? मैंने कहा, ठीक है, दे देते हैं. बोला, क्या पढ़ाना है? बोले कि भाई ऐसे ही है कि संधि विच्छेद पढ़ाना है तुम्हें. कौन सी क्लास को पढ़ाना है? 9th को पढ़ाना है. मैंने कहा, ठीक है. So she gave me about half an hour to 1 hour, I think, to.
So you taught in Gandhi school till which year?
2016.
So you have been a teacher since then.
Yes.
So transformation from teacher to now मंथन with Saraswati, ये कैसे मंथन हुआ आपकी जिंदगी में?
सर मंथन से ही जो है ना अमृत निकलता है. ये आपको मानना पड़ेगा, है ना. तो 2016, sir, अच्छा, let me go back. 2016, when I said bye-bye to my teaching career, my children were very upset, my students. They came, they threw a party for Pizza Hut for me, and they said, कि मिस ऐसे कैसे चली जाओगी? You will have to stay connected and trust me. And I said, बेटा आप कैसे करेंगे? मतलब ये तो जो है आपको करना. They said, miss, let's do it through YouTube. And then began my journey of YouTube.
So you
as
you
a
give
as a
lessons.
content creator. Yes,
Ah.
I started making tutorials in Hindi.
Oh,
So my channel was for Hindi first.
oh, that's very
And my
inspiring.
16 students then, they're my first subscribers.
Hmm.
And they taught me, and then of course I learned how to edit, how to make lessons, how to do that. So all my Hindi tutorials is on the platform there.
Hmm.
And then
अभी भी करते हैं? Do you still do those?
yes, yes.
Ah.
I so basically my academic the profession has been as CBSE, IGCSE, IB. In that middle school was also there. So all these curriculums needed different expertise, but Hindi ke liye it was very focused and pura plan karke we used to do that. So I started doing IB. I started doing many other Hindi ke chote sections mein. So that is how my career in YouTube started. And Manthan with Saraswati, like I said, churning, Manthan karne se amrit milta hai, came in when we were doing this culture and during COVID. COVID के time पे
तो COVID से आप काफी मतलब COVID hit you hard, huh?
Oh, very hard.
हाँ.
COVID was, this is my second life, I would say.
हाँ.
So it went very hard. And it was a time when my daughter's wedding happened, and I was, blessing from the ICU. I was giving blessings
my God.
on the YouTube. Of course, that's a very sad part. I don't know if I've edited later. I don't know. But then, yes, COVID hit me very hard. And
You were in Indonesia?
No, I was in India.
You were in India.
Yeah, all the marriage preparation was happening, and life had to go.
So where is your daughter now?
She's in the US.
In the US.
Yes, yeah.
So you have one daughter, one son.
Yeah, one daughter, one son. My daughter works, she is a PhD. She's Dr. Shruti Suresh. And she works for Apple now. And uska Apple ka features, ye jo wala Sara, she is a part of it.
Yeah. I saw Suresh shared with me, some features which was recently released by Apple. Yeah, he's very proud father. Yeah, I'm sure you're a proud mother.
Mother also.
And son?
Son is a master mechanical engineering person from University of California. And he also works for Apple now.
Oh, okay. So you have many apples.
So double discount अगर आपको चाहिए हो तो बता दीजिएगा.
Double discount.
Yes. So yeah.
And you have grandchildren also?
Yes, I have a grandchild. I have a 3-year-old little fellow named Adi. And we are very proud of him. And very soon, I think my son also will be settling down very soon. Very soon. I'll be telling you very quick.
Of course.
What is it.
So, Manthan with Saraswati, you started interviewing people. And I have seen some of your episodes. What I like about is that you find heroes or, stars in common people. Those are your stories. You don't have to necessarily reach out to people who are very famous and mighty. You capture very nicely stories of people who are of humble background or are very successful in their own way, and those stories are captured. So, what made you do that?
So actually, okay, coming to the history of why Manthan with Saraswati, which was basically cultural and storytelling and music friends doing that. After COVID, when I got back home, I would read, but I won't be able to comprehend. Yeah. So it was my husband, Suresh, who said that, what do you like to do the most? And I remember very precisely before that I had done one on Holi. And after that, my daughter came in and said, Mom, would you like to do your talk shows? Then Suresh is like, why don't you do? Because you like talking, you like spending time with people. And that is how the first episode, live episode began. And who was my first guest was my doctor who treated me.
So you did a YouTube live?
Yes, I did a YouTube live with Manthan with Saraswati and calling it as a portal for service through communication.
So COVID hit people in different ways. I still know people who have lost their sense of smell. Some have lost taste. But first time I'm hearing that you could read but not understand what you're reading.
Yes. Even I didn't know about this. Actually, my daughter came and said, because she's a researcher, she's a PhD, and she does a lot of this. She said, Mama, you just read this. And actually, I had to do some assignment for my IB. And मैं उसको पढ़ रही हूँ, but I am not able to.
So how much time did it take to get over that condition?
quite some time.
Quite some time.
Yeah. So that is a test which got done. Like I was training myself, training very hard. And my Suresh was like, let's go live. And my doctor who treated me and my sister-in-law's husband, who was a nephrologist who also guided me a lot. They were the first guys who were on the show. And they said, humko murga bana rahi hai. I said, oh, murga bana. I'm also becoming murga. So Suresh gave me, I just said, I was nervous. But Suresh said, what will happen? You might forget a few things. It's okay. It's okay. Chalo.
Yeah.
And that is how the journey and my first podcast of with the doctors, and that was the doctors series, which went into educators series, and then came the CF, be the CEO of your series. And educators, though almost everybody, most of them from Jakarta, who were known to me. This is the
So how many interviews have you done so far?
I have not calculated, sir, but quite a few. Educators came into the picture. And then I am like, teacher, I said, my students are doing so well. I mean, yahan pe, even in Jakarta, since 1998, anybody who is known, they'll say, Miss Saraswati, Hindi teacher, inko kaun bhul sakta? That is what I hear.
Lovely.
So I'm very, very proud. And then came in my children, my students who have done, and they're doing so brilliant. I said, why not focus on them?
So you've been interviewing your students, former students.
My students, one is an angel investor, one is a director, one is a script writer, one is a, bioengineering products and architects, film industry. I mean, so many of them are doing so well. I said, let's bring them on.
Lovely.
I got recorded. So that I call that series Be the CEO of Your Life series.
CEO of your life, yeah.
Be the CEO of Your Life series. And that went very well. And then I focused on, because I was a COVID hit. So I came back and I said, nahi, abhi we have to do some things. And I called a series called The Rising Falcons. And they were children who have gone through 2 years of online teaching.
Online teaching. Cool.
And the biggest thing which I got from them, they were Indonesian kids, they were Indian kids. And, the one thing really touched me when 2 children, whom I didn't even know I've interviewed, they said, Auntie, we just want to say thank you because nobody bothered to ask us, how was your 2 years? And you are there asking us about what are, and we have shared our feelings, Auntie, and we feel so good that kisi ne, somebody cared. So that gave more strength, like more, power. And then came the Femipreneur series of, where I hosted all these entrepreneur ladies who are doing so well in Indonesia. The zeal, the enthusiasm, the passion for what they are doing.
Yes, absolutely.
And that brought me like, you're doing something.
Good. So this is... what is very interesting and fascinating is that you started your life in an adverse condition, picking up Hindi, then becoming a teacher, and then you moved to Indonesia, and then wherever you went, you got an offer to become a teacher, and then when you gave up teaching, you started online courses, you adopted technology, and then after COVID, you became... you started this series and doctors, students. Let me now come to my last question, which is, you have been in Indonesia almost now 30 years, 3 decades. How has been your experience of living in Indonesia, and how have you maintained the connections with India?
So, yes, sir. But before I finish, I just want to say about my latest series on the doctors, which I did on the breast cancer awareness. Like what you said, that from being a teacher to becoming a talk show host and doing this particular show, I mean, which has fueled me to do more and more for the community and to, to serve people, is that my friend who's sitting in US, she got back, and one sitting in India, one sitting in, Thailand, they all got back to me saying that, your episode has sparkled, positivity in us. And when we heard people talk about, their own experience and the doctor, we are so thankful to you. And that literally made me, this is life.
Very good. Very good.
If Bhagwan has given everything, but this what I started doing, and I'm getting goosebumps here. So I'm very thankful to God for giving me the opportunity to do this. Coming to your point, sir, 1996 when I came to Indonesia, I was in Semarang. Indian provision, we would be waiting, people were very good. Indians were very, very kind. A rupiah was 2,000 rupiah. I mean, $1 was 2,000 rupiah then. And we learnt about, till then we didn't know what the exchange rate meant in India. So, ek hi currency, who knew? And then the currency thing started that, okay, aisa bhi hota hai. And then gradually you would go to the market, you would buy, people were very supportive. I learnt Bahasa Indonesia watching movies on the
subtitles on
the movie. So that's how my Bahasa became, I started conversing in Bahasa Indonesia. Regarding Indians were there. Indian community ke saath interaction was all good. But the Indian provision.
That was not available.
Yes. It would be announced.
Yeah.
So-and-so is coming, and then we would run to a particular spot to buy the Indian provision. We came to Jakarta. Jakarta was at least okay, but then what it is now is totally
transformed.
Yes.
And have you been traveling back and forth from India? I mean, your parents were alive. Your father is still there? No, he passed.
No. He passed away.
Mother?
Mother also passed away due to COVID.
But you have siblings?
Yeah, my brother. My brother is from the army again. He's a lieutenant colonel. He's retired and he serves with defense for the Indian government. And my bhabi, she's a homemaker. My sister is a wonderful master graduate, but chose to be a homemaker. My husband's side is all chartered accountants, medical professionals, bank officers. So whatever.
Mostly settled in and around Bangalore.
Yes, most of them are in Bangalore, and Chennai, of course, has the thing.
Of course.
But what keeps us connected when staying in Indonesia and India is the faith, the root of customs and traditions, which is so imbibed in all of us that any occasion we just call, and the connectivity, the family the ties are so. I feel the family tie is very important for us to survive, even, when you're away from motherland. The connection, the conversation, and the mutual respect for each other, which we always give, is very important for us. And that is what I think it's 30 years, like you said, it is three decades. Although we are away from India, but heart still belongs to India. And
so which is your most favorite place in Indonesia?
My favorite place so far has been Jakarta only. Jakarta.
And in Jakarta, which is your favorite mall?
Jakarta Mall, I love to go to Grand Indonesia.
And which is your favorite Indonesian food?
Tempe orek. Tempe orek and nasi.
I like this tahu isi. Tahu isi, I like because it has got sprouts inside.
Yes. I like the tempe orek, and I like to eat it with, either tempe goreng or tahu goreng or just tumis kangkung.
And what about sweets? I love the Indonesian sweets because they're not so sweet.
Oh, yes.
I love the gula aren.
Yes, gula aren they put. And all kind of those sticky. Apa itu namanya apa? Yang ada coconut milk sama santan pakai itu apa itu? Kolak is also good.
Kolak. Yeah, the desserts are quite much. And the various types of S that you get.
Yes.
S champur.
Yes. So you also seem to enjoy that.
I like Indonesian sweets a lot.
Yeah.
And have you traveled around in Indonesia?
Oh yeah, I've traveled around quite a lot. And during when we were in Semarang, we have been to places like Borobudur, Brahmanan, and Diang Plateau. Then recently we were in Lombok, Bali, all these Surabaya.
Of course.
So yeah,
yes.
And during winters, when December when I'm here, otherwise mostly I'll be with my children and grandchildren. When I'm here, we take a road. We go by roads.
Road journey. Yeah, lovely.
And I love to see the scenery around. I love nature.
Absolutely.
And an Indonesian nature. I mean, Puncak, you go. I mean, the nature is so amazing.
Just a
here.
few. Just few kilometers outside of
Yes,
Jakarta, it becomes so beautiful with
Yes,
streams and
yes, yes.
hiking trails
Yes,
and
yes.
mountains and
Yes.
forests. So it's
And being a part of India Club also,
Yeah, of course.
you.
So would you be going for the next India Cup hike? I think it's in March.
Yes,
no?
it's March. If
I've
I'm here.
already cancelled
Yes.
my calendar for that day. I
So you also seem to be a great.
yeah, I like going out into the wild and the environment, and
Yeah.
it's just outside of Jakarta. It's quite beautiful.
So there's one story I would like to share.
Yeah.
When I got married in 1991, and my father was, my daughter is going to go abroad, and all the people would say, ladki to byayi hai Bangalore mein, and where are you going to, where is she going to go abroad? But I think my father,
He had a premonition.
he manifested it for me. I think, going to Jakarta.
Good.
And yeah, that's one funny story which I really feel. And I thank all the people who have enabled me to come to Jakarta. And I'm very grateful to my students who made me, connect to, to YouTube. And then finally, this, what I am today. I think had the journey not happened, I won't have learned editing. I won't have learned all the skills, which is really important, because I do everything on my own. So I feel very proud of it, sir, to be very honest. And I feel, knowing that, वो कहते हैं ना कि अपना हाथ जगन्नाथ.
बिल्कुल.
So that's one spirit So I do that. And coming to Hindi Day, what you were telling me, and that's my flagship event. And about 80 children participated. At first, when we did it during COVID, I had about 140 children. 3 o'clock we started in the evening, and the event went on till 6 o'clock in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have it in the embassy. Thank
Yes.
you so much to JNICC and Embassy of India. Thank you, sir, that we have it every year
Yes,
here.
yes, yes.
And about 80 children from about 8 to 9 schools participate.
Yes.
So we have various, Hindi mein kavita, we have, kavita, ashu bhashan, handwriting competition and essay competition,
Wow.
everything. The idea is staying away from India, those children who are studying Hindi as a second language, it's not easy for them, because you're not connected with that language in any way. You don't hear it about around yourself also. So give platform to those children. And when they come and they have such absolute amazing time presenting their language skills,
Yes.
I
have
feel
attended
so
some.
good, and I feel so prosperous. I think my father will be, blessing me from up. Ki tune Hindi liya, and he was so excited. Now he'll be blessing me.
हिंदी प्रचार और हिंदी को प्रमोट कर रही है
Very good,
इंडोनेशिया.
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Saraswati
Thank you
ji,
so much,
for joining us on this episode of Oral History of Indian Diaspora in India and Indonesia. And it has been such a fascinating story to learn about your life, beginnings in India, and then you got married, came to Indonesia, worked as a Hindi teacher, and got love and affection from your students, and the transformation to becoming a host of a channel in YouTube, and putting forward so many inspiring stories of people who have suffered from COVID, people who have suffered from cancer, female entrepreneurs, and others who have made a difference in the lives of other people. Thank you for joining us.
So thank you so much for having me on this amazing portal of Indian diaspora. What's that, sir?
Oral History
of Indian diaspora. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. I'm so blessed. I feel so heart is full of gratitude that you have had me on this show. So I wish that I continue with this journey. And thank you once again.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you so much.